Could be $2,000-3,000 more expensive than what a real agent would cost.
From your experience of talking to customers, where exactly are most of the SMEs and what does the AI adoption journey look at? And also, what's the biggest gap between the ambition and execution?
A couple of weeks back, we actually had brought in about 50 SMEs to do focus groups in terms of exactly the same question. The interesting thing was that a lot of SMEs, the owners and the people who work in SMEs are using AI every day for their personal use, but when it comes to the enterprise or the company, they are not doing it. The immediate impact to the business value is still not clear for an SME. Now, where the gap was that is there a pre-bundle stitch solution which works for my sector? Like for instance, if I'm a health and beauty clinic, is there a system which comes with the point of sale solution, comes with the lead generation solution, comes with a say precision targeting system, and everything is pre-connected and I can use it and it's directly linked to my top line because I can get more customers. So those solutions do not exist today, right? So what's happened is most of the hyperscalers and the AI companies, they are developing platforms and they're developing toolkits. And so the bigger companies will have the people, they will have COEs to stitch all of these things together, integrate different solutions and build applications, but SMEs do not have either the budget or the number of people to stitch these solutions to customize in their environment. So I think the real gap is, I wouldn't say is the lack of ideas, it's basically prefabricated solutions which work for a particular sector and is available at a price point where they can just subscribe to say for $50 or $100 a month. And it should be available without any customization because that's the prerequisite. The second thing is that they are not sure whether it's safe and whether they are breaking any rules from a data privacy point of view. So if there is a way to, certify some of these solutions, and maybe the IMDA, Green Lane, PSG approved, I think that works, but I think there are not enough solutions there today for the SMEs to adopt. So that's the big challenge.
It was announced that there's an AI for enterprise impact playbook. So there are 3 steps, which is diagnose, match, and act. Where do you think most enterprises get stuck?
You can get stuck in any of those parts. So even the diagnose part is not easy. Like for instance, if I have say a logistics company, so for one company, maybe it is the availability of manpower. Or for the other company, it could be, okay, I have very limited warehouse space and how do I manage within that? For another logistics company, it could be everything is good, operations are good, but how do I manage my working capital? So if you go in with just a preconceived view of, in the logistics sector, here are the 10 use cases, I think it will not be very helpful because the company will not be able to do all 10. They have to still choose which is the one which is most important. So from an EY perspective, what we do is we have something called a value accelerator. And here you upload the company's financial statements and then it derives all these KPIs and signals like, okay, working capital, sales turnover, all of that. It benchmarks against different companies and then says for this particular enterprise, the issue is not sales, the issue is how to manage manpower. And linking to the manpower is what is the correct AI solution there. So I think the diagnostic part is also a challenge. But the problem is that if for an SME, if you have to engage a consultant, it becomes too expensive. So we are now brainstorming some idea to build an AI advisor where an SME can come in, upload their financial statements, and then it gives that same consultant advice, but using AI. So that will help the diagnose part better. I think the matching part also, matching it to the right resources or applications or what solutions are in the market, that is also very difficult. Plus, they want to know which are the ones where I can get some grant. Singapore government has done a lot. There are many different grants. And we were also thinking of maybe there needs to be a grant element to the AI advisor, meaning that, okay, if you are looking into a working capital AI kind of solution, here are the solutions which are listed and here are the grants which are available. And then the last part, act part, and then we also have listing of, companies who have implemented the same solutions for themselves, have benefited, and they're also sharing which is the implementation partner they've used. So we can connect all of this up, and that means that if something is successful, more people can leverage on it, and it's basically a no regret move for them.
Well, you speak to a lot of companies in Singapore. If you were to be running one of them, where will you put your next dollar on AI?
So I will invest in the areas where I think business can have the maximum impact. The one thing I would stop investing in is vanity projects. So vanity projects are typically projects where you want to show the world that you've done AI and it works and how accurate it is, but not necessarily have a big impact on business. And typically, when the early stages, you want the buy-in from management, you do a lot of vanity projects. A few months back, voice AI was very hot. Like, oh wow, this AI can talk like this, and we can use it in the call center. But when people did the math, basically the number of tokens it uses, it could be to replace one real human agent. It could be $2,000-3,000 in terms of AI cost. But if you go to Philippines, that is actually even more expensive than what a real agent would cost. So it looks great that the AI is talking like a human and talking to you, but the business case is not there. So I will not invest in these vanity projects, but invest in projects which have a direct link to the bottom line.